Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. Today is February 4th, 2020. My name is Lysander Xanthus. Unfortunately, the kitchen witch is not joining me today. She did become injured yesterday, so she is resting. So, today I'm going to be sharing with you today's astrology, numerology, and other information that you can bring into your spiritual practice today. There she is in the comments, though. Good morning, my love. Also, good morning to all of you again. Shaking is my cat jumping out the window onto the desk. So also during this program, we're going to be doing a grounding, healing, and psychic shielding. These are important things to do each day to maintain your energetic well-being and to assist your growth as a practitioner. So we are actually going to start with our grounding. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, imagine yourself in a bubble. This is your aura. At the bottom of this bubble, imagine gently attached a pipe that leads deep into the center of the earth. For the sake of simplicity, imagine that your bubble is filled with a dark colored energy. We are going to drain this energy out through the pipe and into the earth. Imagine or intend seeing this energy drain out. We release all energy that does not belong to us. We release all energy that is negative, harmful, that is not serving our goals, all energy that is not serving our highest good. We release this from every layer of our aura, from every chakra, and from every part of our body. We release all old emotions, blocks, attachments that we are now ready to let go of. So continue to see the energy drain out, and as the last of it leaves your aura, take a deep breath and exhale. Imagine the drain at the bottom of your bubble just disappearing, feeling closed. The pipe just kind of falls away from you into the earth and dissipates. We have grounded. So now, I am going to be using the singing bowl to stimulate and awaken our energy so that we can take in all the information and healing today. So hopefully the sound is alright. I should play it over here. All right. So now it is time for our astrology of the day. Drop the computer down on the couch. Okay. All right. So just a reminder, the astrology is a description of where all the planets are in relation to the zodiac constellations, not a horoscope for each of the signs. It talks about the collective energy affecting all of us, and that is present in the world today. So today, I'm not going to be using the planet slideshow because some of the planets changed. So the sun is in Aquarius. What's being emphasized at this time is us as an individual and our relationship to a greater collective and community, and what we have to share with that community, our knowledge, experience, time, energy, etc. The moon is in Gemini, so we may be feeling a need to be social and a need for fun, for intellectual stimulation to satisfy our curiosity. Mercury is in Pisces along with Venus and Neptune. So mentally, the way we think, the way we express ourselves, and the way we communicate with others, we are strongly desiring sincerity, depth, authenticity. Our thoughts and expressions may be emotionally colored at this time, so more emotional rather than logical. With Venus and Neptune here, this brings an additional emphasis to our emotions and our relationships. In our relationships, we really want that depth, but we are contending with fantasy, with illusion, maybe even deception, being deceived about who the other person really is, or we deceive ourselves through a fantasy we have of them. Neptune connects us deeply to our emotions and our intuitions at this time. Let's see. Mars is in Sagittarius, which is encouraging our drive towards exploring what is possible for us at this time. Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn are in Capricorn, and they are helping us to continue to shed what is no longer serving us this year. Finally, Uranus is in Taurus, making our comfort zone very uncomfortable and encouraging us to make important changes in our lives. Let's look at the aspects for today. Sorry, I was just reading this. Okay, so the sun is in trine with the moon. So indeed, it is a very complementary energy. The sun emphasizes our relationship to the world around us, and Gemini wants us to be very social. The moon is squared with Neptune, so we are feeling very intellectual ourselves, and this kind of opposes our connection to our deeper feelings in a sense, where it's like we are kind of in an analytical place today. And the moon is in opposition to Mars. So there's this, I feel like it creates a kind of intense energy where we want to have fun, but Mars is kind of like, but also explore, but it's kind of a sense in more how to advance your life sort of way. So that is the astrology for today. Here's me looking for something. All right, is Eliza better? Unfortunately, no. And she did hurt herself yesterday, so she's resting and recovering. All right. So next is the numerology for today. Right. Sorry. Looking for something. It's not in the room around me. Okay. So today is a 4-day. And so the numerology for today is the idea of structures, foundations, but most importantly, in relation to ourselves and the way we are expressing ourselves. Pay attention to the foundations you're setting in your relationships with others, how you're training people to treat you. Now's the time to speak your truth and to lay down that structure for healthy relationships and boundaries today. So this 4 day is really about being firm about this is where I am. Everything else exists outside of this perimeter, and really setting those lines for yourself, for you, and for your life and the different areas of your life. So there's a social focus to this 4-day, how you interact with others. That is the numerology for today. Also, thank you for the well wishes. She will be better. Excuse me, I'm gonna reach for the coffee. I let it get cold. Hey, love.
Good morning, everyone.
There's that sweet voice. Everyone misses you.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, I'll only be out for another day or two, and I'll be able to be back with all of you in the mornings again.
Yeah. I love you.
Yes, sweetheart. Not until it doesn't up.
Alright. I saw you pop up in the comments, so I assumed you were.
Yeah. I was gonna talk to you guys on it.
Alright, sweetie. I love you. Alright. So next is our, I need to remember to look here, not at the screen. Next is our crystal of the day, which is blue lace agate. Let's see. This one's a bit pale. And to hold it up so the camera focuses on it. So I'm going to be doing a very brief healing with this crystal. Earlier we released some energy in our grounding, so it's always good to replenish that energy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about blue lace and some of its qualities. The blue lace agate is a stone of communication, helping those who have difficulty being heard by others or who need confidence in articulation to share their truths. It provides clarity of thought and unwavering intent in regards to what matters most. Anything else here affect? I mean, that is its main quality. It calms stress-related situations and overcoming communication difficulties. It's a good crystal if you struggle to express your emotions without getting upset. It counteracts repression and suppression of feeling. All right. You are going to experience the energy of this crystal for yourself in just a moment. So if you would like to receive this energy, just allow yourself to connect with the crystal. I will channel its energy to you now. energy goes out to you as a shimmering pale blue light, shining through your energy, through all the layers of your aura, through your body. Allow it to put you at ease and breathe. Directing its energy to the chest, the throat, and mind. Easing our heart, freeing our speech and expression, calming the mind. A little more focus on the throat specifically. All right. This concludes the crystal healing with blue lace agate. Take a moment to sit in this space. Even if you are getting ready for your day, pause for a few seconds to allow that energy to sink in. Next, we will be moving into our affirmation for the day while we are in this place. Alright, so I actually wrote this affirmation today. I hope it's alright. Eliza usually writes the affirmations, and it was inspired by the Numerology and blue lace agate and what I'm kind of feeling from the vibe in our world right now. I'm going to say it to you, and I would like you to just listen to it and be able to focus on taking in the words without worrying about saying them yourself. And then we will also say it together a few times. I speak my truth, and I stand my ground. I deserve to be heard. It is safe and right for me to speak my experience. I am heard. I love and accept myself. And now let's say it together 3 times. I speak my truth, and I stand my ground. I deserve to be heard. It is safe and right for me to speak my experience. I am heard. I love and accept myself. I speak my truth, and I stand my ground. I deserve to be heard. It is safe and right for me to speak my experience. I am heard. I love and accept myself. I speak my truth, and I stand my ground. I deserve to be heard. It is safe and right for me to speak my experience. I am heard. I love and accept myself. All right. I invite you to take this affirmation forward with you into your day. And that concludes today's affirmation. Alrighty. So, now it is time for our magic tip of the day. Have some coffee first, though. Okay, interesting. Sometimes I write a bunch of tips out in my date book weeks in advance. So sometimes I look down, I'm like, oh, that's what I decided we'd talk about today. Yes, there is coffee. So today's magic tip is about channeling. And by channeling, I mean when you allow a spirit, archetype, your deeper self, or anything else that's not strictly speaking your current conscious self to speak through you, that is channeling. And the tip is just more of a reminder that anyone can channel. For anyone interested in that, I have come across a good book for that. I will have to make more coffee in a bit. There's not enough to share. Eliza. The other part is to channel wisely. Spirits are a lot like people in a lot of ways. You wouldn't let just any person access inside of your home or to your thoughts and feelings. And you should kind of have the same discernment with spirits. You shouldn't rather let just any spirit channel through you. You should be mindful of who it is you're letting and trying to think if it feels safe for you. If you know, the kind of spirits you should channel should be like guides, and they should never make you feel guilty or bad or scared, because they always have your highest good in mind. So if you have a spirit that's wanting to speak through you that kind of makes you feel that way, don't accept that behavior and don't give them access to you and your being. Channeling also is something you can do while fully conscious and in full control of yourself and your body. So you don't have to like shelf yourself to the back of your head or lose consciousness or anything. You can channel, like for example, I could channel to you right now, fully conscious in here and in control, and just it's a bit like automatic writing, kind of like the idea of automatic speaking, where it's like you could stop writing or stop speaking at any time. You're just allowing the words to flow out. Hope that makes sense. So yes, anyone can channel. I feel like it's one of those skills that can kind of seem a bit mystical, and that only some people can do it, but that's not the case. You can see the very tips of her ears at the bottom of the screen. So that is my magic tip of the day, and it can be a very interesting experience and a new way of connecting with your guides. The book I would recommend is Opening to Channel by Oren and Deben. Incredible book. Oren and Deben are actually the spirits channeled by the authors, and they are real spirits. I could feel them while I was reading the book, and they assist me in connecting with my guide at the time. So, profound experience. I recommend that book if you're interested in the subject. All right, so that is the magic tip for today. Now it is time for our card reading of the day. So I'm going to be choosing a deck in a moment. This tarot reading is a reading I'm doing for all of you collectively to give you insight and guidance into the day ahead. And I'm distracted by my cat. I'm sure the people want to see you, sweetie. You may find that all of the reading resonates with you, or just some of it does. And either way, that is okay. Hashtag more cats. Decided you wanted to come sit with me today. They haven't been around much the last few days. At least on the show. Alright. I cuddled her too much. She doesn't want to be here now. Alright. So today we are going to use this one. Today's reading comes to you from the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. Oh, hold on. I clicked something. Alright, so let us see what the cards have to say to us today. So I always direct my reading to address everyone who is watching. Oh my goodness. Maybe the cards wanted to speak to you, Katniss. They just went flying at you. Oh, there it is. I was like, wow, one of the cards just disappeared entirely. It's very confusing. Okay. I think this was the order they were in. Alright, so we have 6 cards for you all today. So the first card is the 7 of Swords. Yes, that's a good one. This card talks about being on the alert for deception from others, that the situation is unstable. It also warns to not take shortcuts to do things the right way. So to be mindful not only of deception from others, but from dishonesty from yourself. It's just, it always points to some kind of unethical behavior. I'll also kind of bring the cards together as we go along in meaning. This is the 6 of discs, or coins. I'm in the habit of saying discs now. And this card talks about someone who is kind of in control or holding on to all of the resources. So I always associate this card to like someone who holds out on a resource, which could be money, time, attention, opportunities, connections, etc. It's like they hold on to them as a way of kind of controlling you or controlling the situation or others around them. Potentially it's referring to yourself, but I'm kind of feeling overall that these are kind of together. So it's kind of talking about the situation, that someone's not being entirely honest, and that there's this holding out. Alright, and this is the Knight of Swords. This card talks about be careful not to rush ahead, or that you may be a person who tends to rush ahead, and that you may hurt others through your reckless haste. So to be mindful. I feel like it's also potential to hurt yourself. Because this is a night, this is kind of like what comes to me is the idea of like jumping in without thinking it through to like rescue a person or situation. Specifically rescue because of the association to the term rescuer and the drama triangle, where it's like there's a desire to intervene that is not always in your best interest. The Two of Wands, it means sorry, words, that there is a person in your life who is influencing you. It usually is like someone you're mirroring, like you're being the way that they want you to be. They're influencing you to be a certain way or do certain things. It also points to like coercion. So it's, I like how the deck puts it. It's like being influenced by someone very attractive or appealing. So it may not be like physically attractive, but someone who appeals or has some kind of authority. This is the Two of Discs, and this pertains to you having a lot on your plate and juggling a bunch of things, especially in your current situation with your relationships, and that you really need to maybe set these things aside. These things aren't your responsibility. Otherwise, you could be in danger of dropping everything and losing control of everything instead of purposefully setting some of these things aside so you can keep maintaining the things that are actually for you, that are your responsibility, that you need to do to keep your life moving forward. This card is always kind of an interesting one. This is the Knight of Discs. So the meaning of the card is someone who fights on behalf of the oppressed, someone who stands up for the weak and wounded, but the image is one of oppression. So I find it an interesting paradox. So I really want to bring both of those elements into the meaning here. Typically, court cards describe a person. So we had the Knight of Swords earlier, and now we have the Knight of Coins. So it's most likely describes you, but may describe another person. So the idea of wanting to stand up for someone who is oppressed, weak, or wounded in some way, but yeah, the image always gets me because it's a bit opposite. Being mindful of the way that you go about that, and double checking your intentions and your methods. Also, I just want to get through the cards first. Happy birthday, Andy. That does conclude the card reading for today. If anyone would like to go in deeper for what came up for them in this reading, I do offer private readings through my Facebook page and through my website, lysanderclairvoyant.com. And that would be clairvoyant reading. And we could explore your situation and any questions that you may have. So that concludes the card reading. So let's see. Giving a moment of thought. Typically, this is when Eliza would ask the question of the day. And the question of the day is usually based on the numerology. So what's been coming up a lot is speaking our truth and communicating what it is we need and setting boundaries. So today's question of the day, I'm not going to have it on screen, so I will just say it. So the question of the day is, in what ways do you set foundations for healthy relationships between you and the other people in your lives? In what ways you set the foundations for healthy relationships with others in your lives? And this is a good question. So answer honestly, even if the answer is that you don't. And if you do, please share. It's not just to participate, but it helps the others in the comments as well to think about things and have ideas. For me, I feel like the key is communication. I feel like that's probably the answer most likely to come up as well. It's very important to be able to communicate with those around you and to feel like it's safe to do so. And that it's also safe to fumble in trying to communicate, that offense isn't going to immediately be taken, or even if it is, you talk it out rather than just being misunderstood, having the other person make assumptions or you make assumptions, and so on. So that's very important, is that sense of safety and communication and patience and desiring to seek actual understanding of each other rather than just saying stuff and throwing blame. So that, and being honest about one's needs, that's how I do that for myself. As people respond, I will read what you shared. So we will give you a few moments to do that. So again, in what ways do you set the foundations for healthy relationships with those around you in your life? I feel like this is something that we're all in the process of learning and getting better at. I know that I am. Andy shares, I try to conversate and find healthy boundaries for each other's capacity. Yes, that is important. It's important to note that we really do train those around us kind of with the behavior that we will tolerate or expect. And obviously, when we start to set new boundaries, some people in our lives won't like that or they'll leave. But I think that sometimes we'll also be surprised that people step up to the plate and change their behavior once they realize the way that you really feel and that you're actually not okay with it and that you feel something about it. So it's worth taking the risk, because either way you'll know where you really stand with the other people. Let's see. I'll give everyone a moment to respond. I'm only looking at comments on the main video, by the way, so if people are sharing on other locations, I apologize. All right. I'm not sure that anyone else wants to share. So in the meantime, I am going to move along, but if more comments show up, I will read them. So now it is time for our announcements. If you enjoyed watching MMR, please like, follow, or subscribe to my page or channel or the MMR page or channel. On screen are our lovely patrons. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to become a patron of MMR, please visit our webpage at patreon.com/Morning Metaphysical Report. If you visit this page, you will find information about us. You will find information about our goals and ways that we want to see MMR grow, as well as our membership levels and the rewards that you receive for each level. So there are various things that you receive in return for your support. We are grateful. So one of the rewards, I know we have shared this so much, but it's just because we're excited. This is the $25 a month membership tier, and the reward is a MMR mug. I will actually have this mug myself, hopefully sometime this week. So I'm very excited. This style is called Joyous, and that's because that's the name of the sigil. So this has a magic sigil that enchants your beverage each morning, and it's meant to draw out your inner power and inner divine spark, and opens your energy to not only your own energetic flow, increasing movement and overall health, but opening you to universal flow, which of course opens you to things like love, abundance, and power. So that was a sigil I channeled. And our other mug style is the hashtag More Cats mug, featuring a digital artwork of Ereshkigal and Katniss, all cats. So yes, that is one of our membership rewards. You can also just purchase those mugs if you're interested in doing that. Just message me to find out how to do that. I like the mugs. I can't wait until ours get here. What else did I want to say? MMR is on YouTube under my name, on Instagram, on its own account. I think I'm the one with the Twitter. I'm not sure if MMR is shared there. We're on a few different platforms, so you can follow us all around. All right, so now it is time for our psychic protection. So I'm going to be casting a psychic shield around you now, and again, psychic shielding is important to do each day. Because we all go out into the world, we interact with other people, and so on. It helps your personal healing and energy clearing work go further. It prevents you from picking up additional negativity and baggage from the world around you, as well as protects you from the attachments you do have from deepening. So if you would like this, all you need to do is allow yourself to receive it. finally, I would like to set an intention for our day. You can set an intention for yourself or accept my intention for you. We are the creators of our reality, so this is an important practice to do each day. There is one source, one power from which all things and all powers originate. And we are part of this one power. Therefore, all things that it is and it has can be ours and are ours. Today brings us health, strength, vitality. These things are ours. We are strong, healthy, and vital. We stand our ground. We speak our truth. We are firm. We are like a mountain, unbending, no matter how the wind howls. Today brings us clarity and openness. We discover a new resilience within us. Today brings us prosperity and abundance, and today we will receive signs of what we need to do next to make progress today. We are grateful for this, and we know that it is ours now. Thank you. And so it is. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today for the morning report. It's always a pleasure to spend each morning with you, and I hope you enjoyed this. The morning report was created to support all spiritual practitioners and spiritual seekers and mystics, whether they are just beginning or they are professional practitioners who help others with their gifts. It's meant to help you maintain a consistent practice, because I know that has been a struggle for me as well, and to grow and to continuously heal and transform. So thank you for joining me in this and making that intention a reality. If you'd like to see more from me, I encourage you to like and follow my Facebook page, Lysander Xanthus, Clairvoyant Psychic. I do other live streams as well, such as guided meditations, psychic readings. If you'd like to learn more about myself and my services, please visit lysanderclairvoyant.com. And if you'd like to learn more about the Morning Metaphysical Reports and so on, visit patreon.com/Morning Metaphysical Report. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and be blessed.